gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new video. It is super late at night and I couldn't sleep and I thought, hey, let's smoke a low one together, just you and me. So you guys have really been liking the recent smoke videos and it's great to see the feedback on those. I happened to be in Belgium the other week and I got this. Don't know really what it is. Elf bar. Well, I don't know what you guys call this, but it's got like this mango flavor, peach flavor, and yeah, it's quite good. So I thought we'd sit back, relax, kick it, got some drinks here. By the way, would you believe me? I said that this bottle of coconut water. Let me let you guess first. How much do you think this bottle of coconut water is? Yeah, $8. I was in the store and I'm like, $2.50 for a can of coconut water. That's good. I go to the counter. I'm like, $8. So yeah, your boy's broke. So please like the video. It's such a weird flavor, but I kind of like it. Could even be nicotine free. No, it's got maybe like 0.5% or 5% nicotine. I don't know, I couldn't sleep tonight. Yeah, it's pretty good. Anyways, how you guys been? I hope you guys had a nice weekend. Had a pretty good chill weekend. Went to my brother for his birthday. He's 33. You guys remember my brother? A few years ago in a video. I think in 2018 it was. Yeah, 2018 I remember because that one week I hadn't uploaded in 2 weeks. Because I was in South Africa with my family. Time flies. So if you want to congratulate him on his 33rd birthday, then yeah, do it down below in the comments. He's just as ugly as he was before. Well, look at me for instance. It runs in the family, doesn't it? It's so bizarre. When I do like the suited videos, I inhale like mofo, like, but when I do the vape, it's like I have exaggerated those. I know. I'm very sorry. I'll make sure for the next suited one that I won't do that. I watched it back and even I was like, oh, this is so irritating. Not relaxing at all. Not at all. Nope. By the way, I don't smoke these really off camera. My preference is Mary Jane. Thank you very much. It's so bizarre, but like a lot of you really enjoy these style of videos just because, well, I guess they're somewhat relaxing, if that makes any kind of sense. I love making these videos because I can just pretty much ramble about anything and everything I want to, which, yeah, it's pretty nice. I actually kind of wanted to talk about music today. I want to talk about the Dutch hip-hop scene, right? For a lot of you guys, these will be unknown artists, and that's no shade to them. Some of them have maybe fallen off, some of them are questionable. Some of them don't rap really anymore because they made it. But I want to speak about Dutch hip-hop. Dutch hip-hop had a crazy era in 2000s and 2010s. I grew up with, if my Dutchies can remember, there was this one song or like group back in the 2000s, like the 07, 08. The song is called Bloedsidioos. That was like the Dutch national gangster anthem. Yeah, bro, and I remember as a kid, oh man, what's that thing called before you had the iPhones and iPods? MP3 or MP2. That was one of the only songs I was never allowed to listen to from my mom because I was 6 or 7 at the time, and she actually caught me one day listening to it on her MP3 with the green silicone casing around it. I remember it. She got so pissed off at me, bro. She wasn't happy because of the lyrics. They're very violent, very degenerating against women. I mean, if you listen to the text itself, it's sexual. Shouldn't be listening to that, but I did. Yes, we got Campy at the time. Campy was big in the tens. You had even Akon did a featuring with a Dutch artist. Was it Ali B at the time? I think it was. It's a very old song. You also had Nino, which, for those who remember, the era of beef in the Dutch hip hop scene was like very serious back in the time. It's not like nowadays you go back and forth on the internet. Nah, these were like real life serious beefs. You had Campy against Nino, and Nino actually has some pretty good songs. Again, very old songs. I don't remember many. You also had the opposites. They were very big back then. Lange Frans you had as well, which had some good classics in the days. And then a new era came. You had artists like Boof, Leipe with the Tsunami Underground sessions, and you gotta remember this was in a time where YouTube wasn't major in general, right? In the Netherlands it was not very big, but a lot of these artists broke through because of like LimeWire, downloads and stuff like that, like iTunes. So when artists like Leipe came in the game 11, 12 years ago, maybe even longer, whole different sound, new sound, you know. Because the 2000s was mainly autotune. That was like the autotune era with Lil Wayne, Birdman, you know, etc. T-Pain. I feel like it's definitely an artist that doesn't get his flowers or gets credited enough for his impact on the like autotune scene. Like him and Lil Wayne definitely had a major impact. But like when it comes to Dutch hip hop, I'm very glad that I grew up with that type of music and not the crap that they release nowadays, because we look at Dutch hip hop 2025 and compare it with 10 years ago, it's kind of dead. The artists from 10 years ago, some of them don't drop music anymore because of, you know, religion. Some of them don't drop because they're a household name. They don't have to announce that they drop an album or something. It's gonna get hits anyways because they're known. Like Leipe is instant, Frenna, Broeder Liefde, Jonah Fraser, Hef, Young Ellens. Those are all artists that can drop music whenever they feel like it, and it's gonna get played, you know. Some of them are arguably controversial due to their previous past actions, but which artist hasn't really done anything controversial, right? As we say in the Dutch, je maakt de onderscheid van de artiest en de mens, zeg maar. Like, yeah, the actions aren't good, but I'm there for the music. You know what I mean? Just me being honest. I'm a viewer, I don't care about their lives, I care about the music. So like, lately, or like last week or recently, there was for those like that follow Leipe, Leipe, gewoon Leipe toch? Phenomenal artist. He's gonna stop music because, wow, he's made it, he's done what he wanted to, he's multi-millionaire, lives in Dubai, can drop music whenever he wants to, is a household name, sells out shows and festivals all the time. Fena is a perfect example. Man, the Broeder Liefde back then was insane, bro. That wave was crazy. That was a crazy time, bro, when I was still in high school. But like Hef as well. Hef is where it started for me. Hopefully the Rotterdam represent, you know. Coming from Rotterdam himself, like born there. That was so dope to see. Yeah, you have Archie, you have Groot, which they're actually three brothers, blood brothers. Hef is one of my favorite OGs in the Dutch hip hop without a doubt, because he's 37 years of age. I started listening to him like 15 years ago. That's just insane, bro. I grew up with his music. Ali B, as we used to call onze knuffelmarokkaantje, or knuffelbeer, took that way too serious, for those who know what I mean. His career is over. Marco Bassato as well. Don't hear nothing since that whole like Voice of Holland thing happened like I think 3 years ago. Still going to this day in court. It's crazy. But like Hef is definitely a pioneer, an OG, very well respected in hip hop. Also does his own like podcast, and then you've got Lil Kleine, which I have to say I'm not a like Lil Kleine fan by any means, but he's got some songs I really like. Then you've also got Boof, which I think if you ask most people who the biggest artist of the Netherlands is, they'll either say Frenna, Lijpo, or Boof, or Kleine. For me, out of all four, who do I think is the biggest? I think Boof, basing it off YouTube views, monthly streams, yearly streams, he is the biggest out of them all. And it's bizarre because like he hasn't dropped a single over 2 years. It's been 2.5 years since he last dropped his own single. I think the last song he did was with Lil Kleine 2 years ago. That was quite a good song. That was a grown-up song from him, you know. But bro, even when Boof was like, yeah, bro, I remember his vlogging era, which got him into a lot of controversy, like a lot. Man, he's done some stupid things, but he's grown as a person, which is good. He's got his own family in Dubai. Everyone's moved to Dubai because of tax. Me personally, I would never simply live in Dubai because, well, Mary Jane is not legal there. I'm sorry, but I kind of need that once in a while. I want that once in a while. You know, taking their freedom away from me. I'm sorry, man. A country that doesn't let you smoke Mary Jane, that's a no for me personally. I get it, it's a Muslim country and I respect that, but me personally, I couldn't and wouldn't live simply because of that. But I've been to Dubai once. I might go this year again for like 2 weeks, but I don't know, we'll see. I want to see, like, okay, I want to speak about the music aspect. Like the Dutch hip hop was dominating 10 years ago because like some songs are like internationally known worldwide. Boca featuring Thingamajig, there's an Under the Tine logo. That song is like internationally known, my people, which is crazy. It's quite an irritating song. You don't really hear it anymore nowadays because it's, well, we at the time used to overplay it so much on the radio and in clubs that like people got sick of listening to it pretty much. That's the only thing about like songs that get overplayed in like radio stations is you just get bored after a while. I remember when I was in America for the first time, a long time ago, Macklemore dropped that one song. I think everyone knows exactly which one I mean. I like the song, but every time you got into the car, you walked into the goddamn mall, bro, that song was playing on the speakers, and it's like they've completely rinsed this song. Great song, nice vibe, but it's just been killed. And it's just kind of like the same with hip hop nowadays. You gotta understand that there's no money to be made from rapping anymore. The money is being made from investing in businesses that often have no ties related to hip hop. Like you look at artists like Boof, he's got investments, got his own businesses. Lijpo probably has something on the sideline, real estate or something. Lil Kleine in real estate has his own businesses. Frenna has his own real estates and everything. What I'm trying to say is hip hop is not as lucrative as it was 10 years ago. You know what I mean? And it doesn't last forever, which is true. There are artists that were on the top 7-8 years ago that are not to be seen here nowadays. I'm gonna mention an artist that was ahead of his time. It might ring a name to some of you, Lil Saint. Some of you may not know who that is, which is not weird. He still makes music to this day. I often get his stuff on TikTok or Instagram, and it's absolutely trash what he posts nowadays. Got me thinking this dude dropped one of the hardest 808 bars that then 7, 8 years later, he's making this type of music. It's like, damn, bro had it all. Was doing sold out shows, was headlining concerts, festivals, and he's now a TikTok rapper, releasing the most questionable songs. With all due respect, it's like, what a shame, you know. And I get it. We're in a different age nowadays, and you also see that with a lot of new artists nowadays aiming towards the younger audience, because a lot of us also grew up, and when you grow up, you often quickly get tired of hearing the same stuff over and over. I guess it gets corny at a certain age, like when a 35-year-old rapper is talking about banging chicks, this and that. It's like, you're 32, bro. We all know you don't trap anymore. We all know you got millions. You ain't gotta say none of this. We know it's all cap. Like Future, for instance, a great example, right? He doesn't trap. He doesn't even do lean. He's admitted to that in interviews. He doesn't even do that. But he raps about it. But Future is a different type of breed when it comes to music. It's not comparable, but you get the point, right? He's at that age that you're like, it's kind of corny. You're 40, bro. You're 40 plus, bro. Rapping about doing this and that's like if you're 20, 22, like, okay, younger, maybe you're new in the scene, okay, it's understandable, but it gets corny after a while, and just boring as well. But Future does have some great songs, not hating on them, by the way. And that's kind of the biggest issue that I just have with the Dutch hip-hop nowadays is you've got new talents coming left and right, but they have no content. There is not a rapper at this moment that I feel like, wow, that is the next one. One, they all sound the same. They look and dress the same. They act the same. Where's the creativity? Where's the originality? You know, that's why rappers like Boef, Kleine, and Lijpe have got so much success even after a decade plus, is because they've remained themselves and they've built up a very loyal fan base. I still listen to all of them to this day. That's also because they have replay value in their music. And that's also a great example I wanted to say. Look at 50 Cent. I will always use him as an example. Get Rich or Die Trying dropped in 2002. It's 23 years later. Millions of people still listen to the album on a monthly basis. He's got replay value. A lot of artists that be dropping music that goes viral on TikTok, Instagram, this and that, a year or half a year later is forgotten. That's why, right, when an artist blows up on TikTok and Instagram, after a while they fade away because people move on so quickly. You can be this tomorrow, this today, and then this tomorrow. People move on, people discover new talents every day. It's like the Lil Baby as well. When he dropped that freestyle, I think what, 7 years ago, we were all like, yo, this is good, it's got a nice flow. And Lil Baby was at the top, like, bro was dominating the charts at one point, like dominating Drake, dropping left and right, gold plaques, left platinums, this and that, setting 350,000 a week album sales. A lot of people say Lil Baby's fallen off. I think fallen off is really over-exaggerating. People have become older and realize, like, hey, bro raps about the same stuff in every song, doesn't really switch up his beats, doesn't really switch up his flow. It's like The Baby, it's the same song over and over. But again, Lil Baby in some songs has good songs, and he does have replay value. I think My Turn was his album in 2020. Till this day, one of his best albums, without a doubt. Without a doubt. After that, he has not dropped an album like that one, in my opinion. That's, again, my opinion, obviously. You don't have to agree with me. Like Bossman D-Lo as well. Hasn't fallen off by any means. But again, went viral and got recognition based off of freestyle. And that was a lit freestyle last year. That was dope. I liked it a lot. But I feel like for an artist to go viral is one of the worst ways, because that's the fastest way that career goes down often, and I've seen it with so many artists. They're popping at that exact moment, then a month later they're already forgotten. You know what I mean? artist till this day is Lil Skies. Which, if we ask the question, did he fall off? Yes, he did. Unfortunately, yeah, there's no denying. But we must also look at it like this. All that pressure when you're at the top, all this demanding, all this and that can get to a person, and it without a doubt got to him. Because if you know Lil Skies, you follow him, you know he doesn't do social media like that. He doesn't post, he does his own thing. I mean, the guy's making money. Till this day, he's selling out shows, so he's still doing very good. And he recently dropped a song which was one of his best songs in a long time. Because I know he dropped an album last year, and it was very disappointing. Life of a Dark Rose is an album that is a classic for me till this day, has replay value. I don't think Lil Skies can ever overtop that album, but that's the thing with an artist. When the first album does good, people have high expectations for the next one, and that's kind of the same thing with Roddy Ricch. Roddy Ricch is also a prime example of someone who had it all, but again, didn't care about the spotlight. You gotta understand, a lot of these rappers don't care about the spotlight. They don't want the fame, they don't want this. Some of them literally only have one goal, and that is to make a couple M. Take care of the family, have investments on the side, and just stay low-key. And there's nothing wrong with that. Lil Skies did the same thing. Lil Mosey is a very different thing. He got accused of SAing someone a few years ago, and that completely destroyed his career. Before he was even able to explain the entire situation, people were cancelling him left and right, and I'm like, I'ma stick with my boy until the truth comes out. And the truth came out. He never essayed anyone. And unfortunately, till this day, he has had to pay the consequence of that, because when one word comes out of someone, you don't give the other person a chance to say if it's true or not. People cancel left and right. It's bizarre, bro. It's really crazy. But again, I must also say, Lil Mosey blew up in a time where the SoundCloud was still sort of a thing, you know. Oh no, definitely a thing. What am I saying? Pull up at the block, bro. Or Lil Albino Mosey. Oh, bro, there was like 14 in that video. That's crazy. I think he's my age, maybe even older than me. Crazy times, bro. But yeah, hip hop is a cruel place. Horrible. Like YK Osiris as well. It's not really a rapper, he's more a... What would you categorize him as? YK Osiris, really. And then you probably haven't heard in so long, and that's like I said. So many artists come and go, like so many artists have passed away, that I'm like, yo, I totally forgot he or she's not even alive. Because every day you wake up, artist gets, you know, this and then like, oh, another one. But then the next day it's forgotten. Bro, it's crazy. Like, people move on as well, right? Like, I think, I mean, most of you probably know that I listen to Young Dolph and Key Glock, right? Young Dolph is an artist that I personally miss a lot. But dude, I love this music. It was so motivating. Like, yeah, that hustler music, just get money, bro. And like, Big Scar, Double R, right? Double looking, did it, and I'm buried. Was it? It was that Polish YouTuber who found out about Big Scar. I remember till this day. I forgot his name. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure he quit YouTube as well. He also discovered Lil Loaded. Rest in peace to both of them, by the way. But like Big Scar, I thought he had a very dope sound. Like, really, to bro could go crazy on the beats and freestyles. Yeah, bro. Also, a name that I see a lot on the internet. I feel like when it comes to an artist passing away, it's often the music, but also the person that comes with it. Like, if an artist has a great personality, they will be missed for their personality, but also mainly their music, right? Anyways, I just love hip hop. Like I said, I grew up with it. I listen to R&B, I listen to reggaeton. I even sometimes listen to African music, which has some pretty nice. It's like you've got Davido, you've got Burna Boy. this video. I'm gonna go to bed. Really hope you guys enjoyed this